please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Upcoming meeting dates are October 30th, which is a Thursday, and November 20th, which is also a Thursday. I have a lot of Thursday meetings. We have minutes from our last meeting that was held on August 19th, 2025. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. The public hearing for Valley Christian Church is being adjourned once again at the request of the applicant. So could I have a motion to further adjourn the public hearing until October 30th?
So moved. Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So the first thing on the agenda then to hear is a public hearing for Mamma Mia's Restaurant. And we'll start with a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, good evening. So perhaps you could just give us a quick thumbnail sketch of what the project is.
Okay. Well, I'm looking to put a carport, a garage up. It's 40 feet by 24 feet deep. And basically just to put my cars in it. There's no running waters, no electric in it, no nothing. Just, it's a metal building. And that's basically what I'm looking to do.
Okay. And it does require some variance from the zoning board.
That's what I thought. I went to the zoning board last month and they threw me back over here.
Okay,
They say
so
you have full control of it.
did they approve anything, or are you scheduled to go back there
No,
on Tuesday?
I'm not scheduled to go back, nothing. They just told me come be. I thought that's how I was going there for the variance, for the square footage,
They're saying-
not for
Right.
the property, because I have a lot of property there. But they said just go back to the board and because they have control, because we have the schedule already, the public hearing.
Okay, well, we'll make sure we work out what the details are and clarify everything, right? Makes sense? Because you might need to spend one more minute
One more minute.
with the zoning board, but at any rate, that's no problem. We can continue.
Well, no, as long as we could get it. I'm trying to get it done before the winter,
Right.
because the company's going to take 6 to 8 weeks to put it together.
Okay.
Once the foundation is done. So I'm trying to get it because I got the car sitting outside with covers on it.
We'll do everything we can for you here
Thank
tonight.
you, I appreciate that.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments from board members? Any from our professionals? Are there any members of the public that are here to speak about the project? There being none, I think we can close the public hearing. Could I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So we do have a negative declaration and a resolution of approval.
Okay.
That resolution is going to say it's subject to the final approval by the zoning board, right? I'll get to that in a minute. But again, I think Michelle or somebody from the planning department will then help clarify what you need to do, if anything.
Okay.
Negative declaration is for Mamma Mia's Pizzeria, a detached garage. And the reasons for determination are the following. It will not result in any significant fiscal impacts. It will not generate any significant amount of additional vehicles, noise, or emission levels. Will not affect rare and endangered species of animal or plant or habitat of such species, will not result in any impacts to historic or archaeological resources, will not result in any impacts related to hazardous materials, will not result in a significant effect on air, water quality, or ambient noise levels for adjoining areas, will not be subjected to unacceptable risk of flooding or major geological hazards, will not have a substantial aesthetic effect, will not involve adversely affect any surface water or groundwater, will not allow for improper uses within specified zoning districts, will not result in adverse cumulative impacts, will not result in adverse growth-inducing impacts, and it will not conflict with the town's comprehensive plan. Could I have a motion to approve this negative declaration?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So the negative declaration passes. We'll move on to the resolution. This is a resolution of amended site plan approval for Mamma Mia's Pizzeria. The applicant is applying for an amended site plan approval for a detached residential garage to be located in the Mamma Mia's Pizzeria parcel on Route 376. Be it resolved that the proposed detached garage is limited to residential use only, and no commercial uses are permitted in the garage without site plan approval. The approval of the ZBA of the area variance for the size of the garage is a condition, and the applicant is advised that the conditions of this approval must be satisfied in the site plan drawings signed by the planning board chairman and any required state, county, or town permits obtained prior to beginning any related work on the subject property. Could I have a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. No, excuse me.
Oh, roll
We
call.
will do a roll call vote. Got a little ahead of myself. The board member Lori G.
Aye.
Board member Ed Miyoshi.
Aye.
Board member Sarah Bledsoe.
Aye.
Board member Richard Campbell.
Aye.
Board member Donald Pepe.
Aye.
Board member John Giovanni.
Aye.
And Chairperson John Eichman. I'm an aye. It passed unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I have to go see the zoning board for the,
Yes, we think you do.
Yeah, you'll get your final approval from the zoning board, and then you'll be done, basically.
Okay, so-
You'll be done.
Why would they just say to come here and not to go back?
Because they have to, in order to give the variance, they have to have a negative declaration, and we were running the seeker for it, so it unfortunately had to be a coordinated review, and because it was such a simple thing, we didn't want him to have to go back. Bounce back and forth, so we ran the public hearing for you, so, yeah.
so when my next move, go down to the office?
You'll go to them, they'll give you they'll theoretically, assuming they vote on it, they'll vote for you to get a variance, and then you would be done, and you
Okay.
can start pulling building permits.
Thank you. So I will see you in the office tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night. Okay, the next item on the agenda is 4549 Foster Road.
Hey, John, it looks like there's a issue with the address on this line. 4549 Foster Road, 901, Route 376. My guess.
Yeah, I think it probably is. I just took a look at the buildings today, and they clearly are marked 4549.
I know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
I don't know why it says Route 376.
You mean on the
Oh,
agenda?
it's
On the agenda, so we need,
from Mamma Mia.
for the rest of the board members, the question was just raised by Ed, is the address that shows on this particular item includes a reference to 901 Route 376. Clearly a mistake, just cross it off.
Yeah, that's Mamma Mia's address.
Yeah, that's the same address for Mamma Mia.
Gotcha. There we go.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Joseph DeMarco from Whalen Architecture. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys an overview of the project. So right now, 49 Foster is I think you guys can see it. Is this building toward the bottom of the PDF? So right now, it's an existing two-story wood frame building. The first floor is medical practice. doctor's offices. And they're looking to expand their practice to the second floor, along with a spa on the opposite side of where the practice is. So I know there were a couple questions that we had gotten from the town, I believe the fire advisory, and I believe Renia Engineering. One of the questions was the parking, which we had gone out and verified that we have 90 spaces, which is what we would need for the medical practice to be expanded to the second floor. It was the original plans. The second floor was designed as office space, so we would be changing it over to medical offices.
I'm sorry, would you repeat how many parking spaces you said you had?
I think it was said from the town, whoever had gone out there, that there were 88 spaces.
88?
And then we had gone out and counted all of them, and there are 90.
90?
Yep, which is what's required for medical offices, based on the square footage that we have.
Does that 90 include the two in front of the Maselli house? Or is that not including Maselli's house?
That's not including. And then the other thing, so there's that the existing house on the property. We're going to be switching that over to a caretaker house, opposed from a single-family dwelling. And I think that was it. I know we did get comments that we had started to address. So I don't know if you want me to go through those, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Please do.
So and just while you're doing that, the caretaker house is different from a single-family dwelling? Are you making it 2 units, or why are you drawing the distinction there?
Just because that's how it's used. So it's used for,
Still a residential
correct.
unit, okay.
Yep. So there were some comments from the handicap parking striping, saying that it was inadequate. So we can obviously,
Can't have it behind cars, if that's what they're referring to. If you scroll down a little bit, they show a striped path for cars, and you can't have a path behind parked cars. Are we talking about that, or are we talking about something else?
Yeah, I think that may be what they're talking about.
I mean, the comment was handicap parking striping is inadequate. That's all the comment.
It's not really handicapped there, so I don't know if it's another.
So, I mean, we can restripe all the handicap spots, but I think we just need clarification on what exactly is inadequate about the striping. Another comment was traffic control markings, stop bars, no parking, / fire zone must be replaced. There is a yellow and lettered fire lane in front of 45 Foster Road building. Let's see. So I guess if there's any, like, we would just need to know what's inadequate about that as well.
These are comments that came from the Renia letter?
These are from
HVEA, I believe.
a municipal search site compliance inspection report.
That's probably from that.
That could be from Matt.
Okay.
So, yeah, again, I think with that, we would just need to know what is inadequate about what's there. I mean, we did also, so this site plan I'm showing here was the as-built that we had submitted to you guys. We have a revised one. So like on the revised one, we're showing, like as you can see here, just do stop markings along with a new stop sign, or is it existing stop sign here? So I guess for those comments, we would just need to know what exactly is inadequate about what's
I
there.
think that's easy enough to clean up. I think there's also 1 or 2 light poles that have been hit and are down.
Yeah, so that's something that Dr. Sinha is already taken care of.
Okay.
Or taken care of.
But we'll take care of, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
One of the other comments was the handicap signage and access aisle markings are not compliant. So I think with that is just to clarify what's inadequate.
We set up a meeting with Matt to go over that, that's fine.
Yeah.
Another comment was the emergency access to Route 82 should be closed off from traffic. So for that, zoom in on it. So there's existing bollards that are currently on the site now. So they'll be putting a chain there with a sign, as well as a Knox box.
I think there had been one there one time, right?
Already, it's often
Okay.
not.
Is it already there?
The bollards are there and the chain is there. The chain is there as well. You just have to get a lock and put a Knox box and you know, install it.
Okay. Anytime I've been there, the chain is down, so I think that's the comment.
I was there today and the chain was down.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave?
A cheaper alternative, and we've used this before, is to put one of the East Fishkill Fire District locks on it. That way they don't have to buy a Knox box. We can give them a key for their maintenance if they need it for snow plowing or whatever. But we have locks specific to, that we lock everything, chains, fire hydrants, whatever we need to. And every fire apparatus has that key. And it's $300 or so cheaper than putting a Knox box there.
Okay.
Okay.
And how do they do, yeah.
I can give you the lock. You'll have to go to the hardware store. We get them through William Tell. It's a master lock. I can give you the lock key number.
Okay.
And then you can get the lock, if you need 2 of them probably, right? One each, is there one on each side?
There's one, yeah, for the access, and then I believe there's one, going to be one for each building.
For each building?
Yep.
All right, so
You're not talking about building, you're just talking about the lock the chain.
Yeah.
It's a different story. as far
Yeah,
as
the building's different. The
Yeah.
Knox box you need.
Yeah, just for
Knox box you
the,
need for the building.
yeah, so there's just one access.
You don't need the Knox box for the gate. You just need, if it needs to be locked, we prefer it to be locked with our lock.
Okay.
If not, we have a master key called bolt cutters, but
Okay.
we don't like to use those.
Okay.
Were there any other comments, by the way, since you have the floor at the moment, any other things about fire lanes or anything that you had concerns about?
No, as I remember, the comments we had was one, if the upstairs, the second floor is going to be reconfigured, the fire alarm system, smoke detectors need to be reconfigured to match that layout. And the code person probably picked that up also, but we brought that up. And we had a question, what's the difference, and I think that's what you were asking, the difference between a caretaker's house and a residence? Is that considered commercial business or is it considered residential?
So when the property was originally in a life estate, when Mrs. Maselli was still alive, and upon her death, it was to convert to a commercial use. The only way it can stay a residential use is if it becomes a caretaker's unit, which is permitted, but you have to get a special permit for it in a business zone. So that's what they've decided to do, because occasionally the doctor will stay there. If he's got late night patients or whatever, he'll stay there, and it's effectively used as a caretaker's unit, and it would have to have a special permit as part of the approval process.
We also recommend, I don't know if there's a fire alarm system in that building, but we would recommend that be put in, and also a Knox box for that building.
Did you also mention sprinklers on the second floor? Did I see a
We
comment?
always recommend sprinklers, and they do have water across the road. Whether they do it or not, if they don't put it in sprinklers, then there's other fire protection measures they have to, like fire-rated walls and corridors and fire doors instead of regular, doors, so.
That was one of the things that we addressed, or we did address that comment in the letter. So like per the building code, it's not required for this space. So I think, well, obviously, whatever other things we need to do, we'll make sure those are taken care of.
Well, you have to do whatever the code requires.
Right.
And I'm not a code official, but we always recommend sprinklers whenever they save lives and property. But the fire alarm system, you definitely have to reconfigure to fit the new space.
Yep.
Okay, are there any other items there that you wanted to go over, or are most of
I
these
think
things?
that was
You can-
all the big ones that I wanted to
Okay.
cover.
Got it.
So I think just the other things that we wanted to make sure happened tonight was just, making sure that single house dwelling on there is going to be converted to the caretaker facility or caretaker house on, as far as the site plan approval.
So part of our action is then to approve a special permit for
Correct.
this, so we need to keep that in mind.
So when
right?
you advertise for your public hearing, you will need to advertise the caretaker's unit.
Okay. We were hoping to hopefully avoid public hearings since there's really no,
You're going to have a public hearing for the caretaker's unit.
Yeah.
It's a special permit.
Unfortunately, that's
There's no way
the
to avoid
rules.
that.
okay.
So the people who occupied the office space, where are they going now that it's being converted to medical?
It's vacant right now. It used to be,
Used to be a blood chemistry lab,
yeah.
and those people, there were just 3 people who worked there, to run the lab.
Okay,
And now the lab is gone. So it's a vacant space, there's nobody there.
understood. Okay.
So,
Any questions or comments by board members? Questions or comments from our professionals?
No, we had a question which I think Renia picked up in his letter, so you can address it when you respond to his comments, but just about the septic system, because we had talked about potentially having space. The parking can be tight out there. They have exactly the number of spaces they need currently. It's been tight, let me just rephrase that. It's been tight in the past out there. I don't think it's tight right now, but they're adding medical office space to the second floor, which can bring a lot of cars. So they have enough parking, exactly enough parking that's required by code, but there have been discussions in the past about potentially creating additional parking where the Maselli property is. In fact, I think that was the initial plan, was that maybe the Maselli house would no longer be there or would exist, but there would be parking in the front. There was a whole bunch of different ideas at one point or another. So one of the things we talked about was potentially land banking some parking as part of this site plan review, so they wouldn't have to come back if it turned out they needed that parking. But it looks like there might be some issue with the septic systems being in the location where we were talking about potentially adding that parking. So, but I have have a plan that shows the septic systems in a different location, so we just want that confirmed, like where are they actually? Because I've got an older set of plans that shows the septic systems in front of the building and not in front of Miss Ellie's property. So we just want to have all that confirmed.
Okay, yeah, I do have with me the approved septic drawings. Let's see.
Is that something you wanted to go over now?
Yeah, we don't have to go over it now, we can.
Rennie
yeah.
wants to review that.
Yeah, we'll just
Right.
let the engineer review it. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really just goes to what actually can be done on that Miss Ellie property, if anything, so we can understand more or less the constraints with the parking.
Got it, okay. Anything else, Michelle?
I think that was, or, sorry.
It's okay. I was just checking with our professionals to see if there are any other comments.
I think those were the major comments.
Okay. So if there's nothing else, I think we need to establish a public hearing where you will advertise both for the public hearing for the approval, but also for the special permit.
Okay.
And you can work with the planning department on making sure that you get that all done properly. Are you potentially available for the October 30th date for a public hearing?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, very good. Then I'll accept a motion to schedule a public hearing for 45 to 49 Foster Road for the October 30th, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
And I just want to just state that that's also a Thursday night meeting, just because we're typically
Right.
Tuesday, so just make sure everybody's aware of that. It's a Thursday meeting again.
Very good. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
All right, the next item on the agenda is Hopewell Oaks.
Appear to be here. I don't think they're here, John.
I did say Hopewell Oaks, but
You're-
that's okay. So they are not here. I know they must have been working on their building today, and so we will defer that to the end of the agenda in case they come. So the last item on the agenda, or the next, is SEG Realty. We'd love to have you come up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you. My name is Anthony Segretti. I own the building at 814 Route 82, across from the post office. And I think you have the plans that what we're trying to do. We're going to put a new face on the building, and we're looking to make the three existing offices into 3 apartments. There's one existing apartment that won't be touched, but the 3 offices make them into apartments. They're not very big. They're about 2 are 900 square feet, and one is about 450, 500 square feet. And we're looking to turn those into apartments. The building square footage won't be changed. The face is going to have a whole new face, something that I've talked to the town they'd like to see done.
Excellent.
Got any questions? My engineer wasn't able to make it tonight, Mike McCormick. He had another meeting.
So what the apartments are, I assume they're what, 1 bedrooms and an efficiency, or?
Basically, because of the windows, I could only make a big studio. So the other apartment that's existing, that has windows on the side, it was made years ago, and that one's a 2-bedroom. But the new ones would be all studios because of the, I just have the big window in the front, so it'd just be studio.
Okay.
That was going to be my question. It's the windows. I got it. Okay.
And I think what some people from the town have talked with you about some of the things that we are hoping that we can encourage be done in connection with kind of reworking that whole commercial district in terms of sidewalks.
Yes.
And parking and that sort of thing.
Yes, and I'm open to doing whatever you guys want.
Great.
This is really our first applicant under, we have a
Yes.
new zoning that was passed that was trying to incentivize the renovation of facades in Hopewell by allowing second-story residential. And you're really the first person that's sort of taking advantage of that. There's a couple things that I just wanted to mention to you. And one is that I think you're also proposing to widen the sidewalk a little bit in front of your, which is we had some architectural design guidelines that were done by Saratoga Associates for us a few years back. And that was one of the suggestions that they had, was to try to expand the width of the sidewalks a little bit. And then that would also allow for potentially for outdoor dining and all the other things, and just make it a better pedestrian pathway. But your neighbor is potentially also looking to fix up their parking area in the rear. So I thought that it might work to your advantage to maybe discuss with them what they're doing and what you're doing, because perhaps there's some economies of scale if you, and work together and figure out how to make the circulation work and that kind of thing.
Sure.
So that's one thing. And then the other thing is that, and Scott, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think that ultimately the town would like to have some sort of service road that goes behind there. That would help for deliveries and kind of maybe ease some of the congestion on Main Street. So to the extent that we could talk to you about potentially having some sort of easement for a road, a service road back there.
Absolutely.
That would be the other thing to talk about.
And I'm open to anything you guys want to do. But that, I think we're going to have to do in coordination with all the other stores.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I'm having a site plan being done as we speak. So once I get the site plan to Mike will work on whatever it is that you'd like to see on the sidewalks and stuff.
Terrific. Thank you.
Great. So questions and comments from board members?
I think it's exciting to see the first application come in to take advantage of the new,
What we want to do, so.
that's cool.
Are you keeping the same commercial tenants?
Yes, commercial tenants will be the same. Just upstairs, all the offices are empty. Office space doesn't go too good anymore. So they've been empty and they're hard to rent. So I'm taking advantage of the apartments. Square footage would stay the same. The office, like I said, the two offices in the front are roughly 850, 900 square feet approximate. We put a small little kitchenette, make the bathroom bigger with a shower, and just make it a big studio. So that would be the two in the front. Then the one in the back does have two windows, so that one, maybe there'll be the opportunity to make a one-bedroom, a small one-bedroom.
And just remind me, the access to the apartments is from the side or the rear or both?
Right now, it's to the side. We were planning on leaving that the same, just redoing it. You go up the stairs, there's a center hall, and the center hall goes right to the rear where it goes outside for an emergency, there's staircase, case emergency. So there's two accesses. Well, I shouldn't say two accesses. There's one entrance, and the other one is really not an access. It's just an emergency in case they have to leave from that area.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
Just one question on the two that have the windows from the front only. Is there any, forgive me, I just don't know the roof there. Is there any possibility of a skylight or anything like that?
There is.
Okay.
I don't know if we would do that, but yeah, there's
Fair enough.
absolutely is. Now, on the one on the end, there are two very small windows, but they're very tiny windows. But we can, if that's something that town would want to see.
I don't know that we would require it. I was just asking because I know you may have a light issue there, so.
Yeah, yeah. The front window is pretty big, though. I think it's maybe about 7 feet by, 5 feet, so it's a pretty big window. But I agree, it's not that much, yeah.
Okay.
Dave?
This is a plan we weren't allowed to review yet, but since he's here, we would recommend, I don't know if there's a fire alarm system in the building or which includes the upstairs. If not, there should be. And also provide a Knox box on the building with keys for not only the commercial spaces, but upstairs.
No problem.
Okay.
So this it came in as a sketch plan. So at this point, you're going to go back, you're going to get us some more formal drawings, and then we'll have another, and then we'll have to send you at some point to the Architectural Review Council.
We just want to make sure that everybody was on board, just tell you what we're looking to do. And then I guess Michael, fill in all the blanks.
Okay. Yeah, I think you can tell everybody's nodding that we're excited to see you continue on the process there. Thank you.
Great.
Okay.
All right.
We will-
So we're good for tonight then, and I'll have Mike work on everything, and we'll go from there, and we'll stay in touch.
Great. And we can have a meeting too, if it helps to have a meeting before we go back to the planning board and more
This way I'll
informal.
get everything that you're looking to put on that plan, I'll put it on there.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Excellent.
much, everybody.
Thank you very much. Good night. Okay, and Hopewell Oaks is still not here, so I think that concludes the business for this evening, unless there's anything else. So I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you very much, everybody.